Hello, my name is Michaela and I'm a senior. I joined this class because I wanted to learn more about being a firefighter, and I knew I would figure out if this would be a good career path for me. My goal is to get all my credits and graduate so I can go to SPHS and study fire science and become a firefighter. My essential question is, do firefighters and paramedics need more help with their mental health? My project is figuring out what mental health services are already offered for firefighters and paramedics and providing more places for them to contact. I chose this project because of the stigma around firefighters' mental health, and it's important for me to know in case I choose this career. I've researched support contacts firefighters and paramedics can access for mental health and made a poster. This helped me have an understanding of what is offered to them already. This is the poster I did for my project. I put multiple contacts firefighters can reach out to for mental health support. I also included tips to support their mental health, signs of PTSD, and statistics on firefighters' mental health. I interviewed Niels Knudsen. He is a firefighter and paramedic at the South Portland Fire Department. He taught me about the day-to-day life of a firefighter and important skills and values you need for this career. I really like the teamwork aspect and think my values align with this career. A challenge I faced at the beginning of my ELO was not being able to get to know the firefighters and paramedics because every time I went, it was a different shift. Something that worked well was the time I went to the fire station because I always got to eat dinner with the firefighters. They were very good cooks. All the firefighters and paramedics were friendly to me, which made this experience a lot better. I learned about opportunities to help me become a firefighter as well. Going to this career in person was a great learning model for me. Seeing firsthand how firefighters work and their day-to-day duties was helpful. Thank you to all the firefighters and paramedics and EMTs that I did ride-alongs with that made this experience so enjoyable. I plan on going to SMCC and studying fire science and eventually joining the call-in program. Yeah. Anyone have any questions?
Do you go on like ride-alongs to like house fires and whatnot?
No, there was no fires. We don't really have a lot of fires in South Portland. It's usually mental health calls for like people or breathing problems or heart problems or stuff like that, but it was more like going out to public places and stuff like that. Some houses, but no fires.
Is there a distinction between a firefighter and an EMT? Are they all trained to do that?
Not everyone is trained to do that. A lot of firefighters get their like paramedic, I don't know if it's a license or whatever, but and then there's just paramedics, and then there's a level below and it's EMT. So yeah, it's kind of like some people have all their certifications,
Yeah.
but yeah. Yes.
Do you plan on getting your certifications to do firefighting and paramedic?
Yeah, I would want to do that. Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
What's the call-in program?
The call-in program, so that is like you are at home, and if there's a fire or something, you get called in from there, and you bring your own vehicle to the scene, and you would gear up and everything, and you'd be there. So you're not like at the fire station already, basically. But, yes. So,
I have a question. So when you researched about mental health supports for people in firefighting and first responders, do you feel like there's a lot of supports available?
there's actually not as many as I thought there would be. They're kind of like, there's like different, like, I don't know, just like set people that kind of there are for them, and then, I don't know, not a lot, no, there's not a lot, basically. But, yeah. All right, thank you.
Nice job, Michaela. Okay, Brandon, you're up next. I didn't get a picture of you, so we have to do them later.
My things went on screen printing and clothing design when it was all senior. I chose fashion and clothing design ELO because it's something I want to do in the future.
I'll show you. Down one.
Alright. My project was designing a hoodie. It's a project I wanted to do because I wanted to like see something unique. One of the skills again was like how to screen print. Like the early stage and like the vinyl. The person I interned was Hope. She's from Little Chirpin, the screen printing place. Some challenges I faced was trying to figure out what to design to put on the hoodie, and I didn't know how to like use Photoshop before this, and I learned how to do it. Hope also gave me some like feedback on how to make the design better. I'm very thankful to Hope and Miss Carlo because they like helped me out like throughout this process. And for my future plans, I take some time after school, and like I definitely plan to go to school for like clothing design. Questions?
Sorry, Claire, we have some. Can you go back to your design and show us the before, the beginning and the end? Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your design? Like, what is that of, and where you came up with the idea?
I wanted to like support like the artist by like buying the vinyl to have like a stream in it, because like they really get any money out of that.
And you have 12 of those hoodies, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Sure.
I'm just curious whether you found it more, I don't know, fun or interesting to make the design itself or the technical process of printing.
That is on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do anything else in Hope's shop? I know.
I like cleaned the screens. It's pretty much just cleaning, like the paintbrushes.
Any other questions? No? All right, next up.
Just a little warning, my slide's a bit more text-based, and no, I'm not high, as those two back there had asked me. I woke up maybe 10 minutes before this, after being passed out on the floor. So, I'm here now, and this is what's up. My name's Dominic James Lavinikowski Lax. I don't have any cards, because I would just write down everything that's on the slide on the paper, so that's kind of pointless. My central question is, can we make furniture more accessible to the visually impaired, as my dad is? I chose to do an ELO because, one, my mom did it without me knowing. Two, I wanted to go into the construction field since I was in 6th grade. Doing an ELO gave me the chance to see what it would actually be like on the field before I go out and figure out I don't want to do it. My project is to make a model of a desk that would be more accessible for those with visual impairments. The original idea was for the desk, I can't read that, was to design a desk that would be more useful to my father, who is struggling with his poor vision. He can only see in one eye, and that one eye very blurry, barely can make out facial features. The desk would allow him to locate devices that he uses for music synthesizer that he's been designing for a few years, and it would just make it much more simple for him to navigate. I got some suggestions from a company that works with people who have visual impairments named the Iris Network, and I went to the Iris Network building to ask a professional whose name is Miss Kelly Fran, who works on helping people with visual impairments for a living, if you could help me. I asked her some questions about how to make the desk more accessible to others. She suggested that I place some tactile markers on the desk to help them navigate the area better, mainly on points where they would know stuff is specifically going to stay constantly, so they have that sense of familiarity with that location. She also mentioned testing different types of light because some people with visual impairments see different lights better, and that was a very nice suggestion that I enjoyed. I was able to gain more skills related to conducting interviews while attempting to gain further knowledge on my project at semi-semi. But another skill that I was able to acquire was ability to navigate a 3D modeling website and create a custom design, which is pretty much just right up there. It was a very annoying process. My job shadow was with Great Falls Construction Company. My site manager was Aaron Barrosa. And it was pretty much at Haddock Field, constructing new locker rooms for the teams. During my job shadow at Great Falls Construction, I was able to see what it's like to be on a construction site. After doing my ELO, I have decided that going into construction field is still the path I wish to follow, just as I thought. I really enjoyed being able to see how the blueprints and plans become a physical structure. That part was really enjoyable. I also like how no matter what setbacks happened, the team was still making the best of the circumstances. They would be making jokes and just talking to each other about life plans and stuff that they were interested in, which made it feel a lot more homey. I feel my personal values and skills align with the construction field. One of the reasons is that I enjoy working with my hands a lot, and I know that being still is a very big struggle for me. I feel that making houses in other buildings helps people, and that is something I wish to do. There are many skills that you might need to work in construction. Some of the skills are as listed: good communication, even better teamwork, time management, which clearly I'm still working on, problem solving, and pretty good dexterity. Reflection, one of the challenges that I had faced while developing my project was trying to use the 3D modeling website Tinkercad. I don't suggest it. The website was a bit tough to use because of the way you need to go about putting pieces together. The objects don't snap together whatsoever, so you gotta be struggling to calculate the exact positions of everything and putting in specific coordinates, which was annoying. Something that went well in my opinion was requesting aid from community partners such as Great Falls and the Dallas Network. They gave me great suggestions and help. I feel that they were very willing to help me with any questions I asked and just assisted me greatly in the end. I believe that being able to do more things independently has been a very beneficial experience for me. Doing work on my own is one of the most effective forms of learning I've found. I find that working with others is something I am good at, but also having to rely on someone else to be able to either put in the same amount of effort or just get the work done is something that doesn't often work well. I tend to have to make up work that I wasn't prepared to do when working with others, and that's annoying. Performing tasks on my own and being told everything that must be done makes it easier to plan my steps out, so I don't have to have any chance of getting set back by unexpected work from another party. So, and for conclusion, I want to express my gratitude to the community partners that took time out of their life to assist me with mine. I want to thank Mike and Aaron from Great Falls for letting me see what it's like on the construction site and being so welcoming to me when I first came over. I would also like to thank Kelly Fran from the Iris Network for making time for me to stop by and conduct my informational interview. She was extremely supportive and helpful to me. She gave me many new ideas that I didn't think I would have known of that improved my design, such as the lights and the tactile markers. That's it. And my future plan is to go to SMCC next year, then go into welding. I also plan on being a carpenter later in my life, as I've learned that welders tend to just go into welding as a hobby later in life once they get burned out of it. I think that taking this ELO class has confirmed my belief that construction is something that I want to go into. Any questions? I'll let it go.
Wait, I have one question. Are you gonna build the desk?
That's my question.
I was doing that over the weekend. I was making the model, but
Yeah.
the actual physical desk, yes, I do plan on making that out of, I'll ask Dad what type of wood he sees best, what lights, bring him to, like, I don't even know, some place that has a bunch of different types of lights, see which one he sees best, and then construct it on my own.
Awesome. You have to take pictures and show us.
Yes?
I'm curious if you've talked about it with your dad. Well, obviously you have, but I just wondered what were his thoughts on the design that you came up with.
He wasn't able to see the design very well, which I suspected, but after his current desk looks somewhat similar, but mine would make it so he'd have more space for all of his multiple keyboards set up, have the wires go behind the desk instead of just scattered around it, and yeah.
Great.
Anything else? All right.
Nice job,
Can I go?
So I made copies of some of the projects the students did, so just pass one, and then you can just pass it around so you can see it. She has copies in her slideshow, but this way you can kind of look. All right, take it away, Haley.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm a junior at South Carolina High School. My main reason for taking ELO was it randomly appeared on my schedule. Don't know how. It was just there. And I learned that it could help me out with my future goals and careers and stuff. My essential question was, do animals get the care and stuff they need to thrive in a household, I guess. My goal was to make an effort to be able to help out an animal in need, even if it's just sick or injured or something. I've volunteered at the Animal Refuge League of Greater Portland, which is near Westbrook. I've always wanted to work with animals. It could be even big, small animals, doesn't really matter, just I like animals. While volunteering at the Animal Refuge League, it made me work hands-on with the animals, and I learned that majority of the animals at the shelter that get surrendered, their owners really care about them, but due to financial reasons, sick reasons or something, they just can't take care of the animals, so they surrender it and give it another chance, I guess. My ELO project was, my original ELO project was I originally wanted to learn about farm animals and their care, but I found out with a little research that farm animals are actually greatly taken care of, and they're not abused like pets as they are abused. What I learned from volunteering was everybody at the Refuge League are actually very kind. If you go up to them and say can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? They won't even judge you or question it. They'll just help you, talk with you. And, if you're confused, they'll help you. I learned to not jump straight in with an unfamiliar animal because you don't know what they've been through. They might look cute and cuddly, but you don't know if they'll attack or get scared, scratch you, run away, bite, and basically just treat it with caution. Every animal. Basically what I just said. For my informational interview, I interviewed a girl named Kin Tran. She works with the behavior and training with the dogs at the shelter. She, what I learned was to be able to have a good connection with the shelter or the dogs in general, you need good compassion and understanding of the body language, and to take things slow with the animal. And if it's not comfortable, leave it be. Try it again another day. One of my questions I had for Kim was how she handles the dogs, and it was basically the thing I just said, just back off, let it go at its own pace and stuff.
my project, which you guys, some of you have in your hands, was, I already said, like farm animal care. They're taken care of. I moved to more common household animals, mostly cats. I work with cats at the shelter. My project idea was to make a poster to like advocate for like who kind of like gets more adopted easier, because the kitten, Tidbit, on the poster, he got adopted pretty quickly, but there's another girl, her name is Bella, and she's like been there for a long while, and she's like 10 years old, and she's getting older, she has different problems, and she's just not what people want, I guess. I want to say thank you to Ms. Carlisle and Ingrid and Shannon, who I do not think is here. Some other people at the shelter are Kim and Zoe, so Mark too. They really helped me out and taught me some things I know now. What I want to be what a future goal would be to become a marine biologist studying elasmobranchology, and it's to study swordfish, rays, guitarfish, skates, and sharks. Any questions? Yes. What was your day-to-day jobs?
My day-to-day jobs at the shelter, I mostly took care of the cats. So I would like clean out their litter boxes, give them any water or food they needed, make sure they're just doing good. If the animal has already got adopted out, I would clean out the cages and replace it with new, like sanitize it down, replace it with new like blankets and bowls and stuff. Yep.
How hard was it not to adopt any?
Super hard. I got pictures every day.
We got pictures every week. And what was the hardest part on the ELO for you?
The hardest part? I don't think there was a hard part, honestly. Except for the
I know.
having to like write the goals down and stuff.
Yeah.
I just couldn't literally manifest a lot. Yep.
Did you mainly work with cats?
What was that?
Did you mainly just work with cats, or was there other animals as well?
I mostly worked with cats, but sometimes they bring like bunnies into the cat room because there's no more space in the small area. There's 2 bunnies in the cat room right now.
And the cats are cool with them?
No, they're like in different like cages.
Oh, thank
in
God.
colony rooms. Yep.
Can I have Bella?
No.
You can have her.
I want Tidbit.
Question is, do you have any other cats at home? Or children?
Yes, I have 2. Would
Yeah.
she be good with that?
No. She has to be a home cat.
Nice job,
Well,
Haley.
Yes. Is there, how there's a dog trainer and they watch out for their behavior and stuff, is it the same thing for cats? Is there somebody specific that watches their behavior?
for the cats, it's kind of different. There was, you know, the picture of the cat song girl. I don't know her name. She was in a training program in the shelter. Like, teacher had to like roll over and like kind of like paw and stuff. But that's like the only cat I've seen in a training program. Well, yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna Rauscher and I'm a senior here at South High School. I was inspired to take an ELO because all my friends talked so much about how much they enjoyed this and how like fun their experiences were, and it made me want to grow my experiences and how like to learn about this class and the understanding of what I enjoy and how those fit my career. Not only did I hear great things about the class, but the teacher too. Justine is one of my really close family friends, and we go way back. That just made my decision in choosing this class so much easier, and I knew that I wanted her to guide me along the way. My essential question was, how can we make the dentist more enjoyable for kids? When I was a kid, I didn't enjoy the dentist, and I know so many kids are afraid of like all the tools and how like in like cartoons people like portray the dentist as like a scary person, and that has just like affected kids. So I think we should like make the dentist more enjoyable for them. Going to the dentist, oh wait, no, I already said that. First, making the dentist feel more fun and less like a medical place can really help. For example, adding colorful like walls and like fun music and video games and little toys in the waiting room can make them feel more comfortable with walking into an unfamiliar place. Maybe even letting kids pick out like a fun toy or a toothbrush or a sticker after their appointment can make them look forward to their next visit. Also using like comfortable language towards them and friendly, like being friendly towards them can really help them. Sorry. The whole experience feels like a chore and more like, instead of a chore and more like an adventure, can feel way more calm and even enjoy the process. The project I chose is comparing interior design and dental hygiene to see what career would fit me better with my interests. I love helping people and being creative, and both of those fall under different categories. I really like how dental hygiene helps people, but isn't too much pressure. I knew I was interested in the health field, and I've heard so many positive things about how it helps people. I chose this project because I realized that I ended up not liking dental hygiene as much as I thought I would. So that's why I decided as my project to compare both my interests and the information I've learned from both of them. My original idea was just to look at dental hygiene, but that changed once I started thinking about other opportunities to explore. So I decided to look more into a more creative field, which was interior design for me, which helped me realize that I really enjoyed how much more creative it is than dental hygiene. Dental hygiene is really repetitive. You do the same things when you go into the office basically all the time. And I want more of like variety in my job. For my dental hygiene ELO, I had the opportunity to observe Dr. Boudreau in his dental office. I would go into the office, change into scrubs, and watch what they do in their work environment. I would get to watch a couple clients in a couple hours, and I would be there, and every day it was a little bit different. I learned so many things I wouldn't get to learn if I didn't take this opportunity. Some of the things I learned was that a dental hygienist actually does more work than a dentist on the daily. A dental hygienist and dental assistant are constantly moving and barely have a break. They're either working on a patient, cleaning up after the patients, or helping around and doing other things that need to be done. I got to get up close and personal with their patients and was so thankful that all the patients were okay with me observing them. I got to see how their teeth get cleaned properly, how they get a mold of their teeth for a whitening tray. I also got to see how a chipped veneer looks and how they numb and drill out people's teeth. And I was so happy I got to meet so many inspiring people along the way. I also had the opportunity to meet with Cheryl Fish, the owner of Fish & Co. Design. Cheryl really opened my eyes to so many new things about interior design that I had no idea about before. When I first walked into our interview, I thought interior design was just about picking pretty colors and furniture. But I was really wrong. She taught me how there's so much more than that. She explained how important space planning is, how lighting can completely change a room, and how every little detail plays a role in creating a mood or feeling. I had no clue how much thought goes into designing a space to make it both functional and beautiful. After our interview, I started to realize that interior design isn't just a job, it's a way to make a real impact on people's lives. I started to enjoy it and could see myself doing this as a career in the future. It's creative, challenging, and meaningful, and now I'm excited to learn even more about it. I came to understand that a career centered on routine with little variety wasn't something I could truly thrive in. I had invested so much energy into this path by applying to colleges, choosing my major, and building my dreams around the career of dental hygiene. My decision to pursue dentistry had felt certain at the time. But looking back, I realized I should have spent more time exploring related fields that might have better aligned with my evolving interests. I'm thankful that Justine could help guide me to self-reflection and willingness to adapt. I may not know what I want to study in college yet, but I know I have options and I'm open to new responsibilities. For my future, I did look at both those careers and I decided to combine them to have them work together to make a good dental office for kids. For my future, I want to make kids more comfortable going to the dentist and have experiences in having experience in dental hygiene and interior design will help me a lot in the future. Having dental hygiene aspects will help me understand how kids act at the dentist and what types of things scare them. I will also help me if I can talk to the patients and ask them what is making them scared and what I can change to make them not so nervous. Having the interior design aspect will help with picking out the perfect kids-friendly furniture and decor. So both of these careers fit perfectly for my future wishes. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has helped me along the way as I work towards my future career in dental hygiene and interior design. To all my teachers, family members, and friends who have supported me, I'm so grateful for everyone's encouragement and advice. You've all helped me so much to learn, whether it was talking about taking care of teeth or creating beautiful spaces. The kindness and guidance have meant so much to me, and I know I couldn't have gone this far without everyone. I'm excited for what's ahead, and I'll always remember the lessons and support you've all given me. Is there any questions you guys have? No?
I don't have a question, but I have an aha moment. Because you did your essential questions at the beginning of the semester.
Yeah, I did.
And you were talking about the colors of and it just came together right there for me. I was
together
oh my
because
God.
I had that question set just for dental hygiene and I had no idea I was going to do interior design too. And then they kind of just both came together and it worked perfectly. So, yeah.
Do you have an idea of the path you want to take? Do you want to go into dental hygiene and then also maybe take some classes around interior design, or do you want to just go the interior design route?
So I am kind of undecided for colleges, but I have really this has helped me learn about what I want to pursue in college, and I do know that I want to do something to help people in the health field. So I might go into dentistry and take some courses for interior design, but I'm not quite sure yet.
Nice job, Anna.
I literally skipped.
Okay, River.
Where did I leave off? It's hard to look at.
Do you know how to skip forward? Just push the down button. It will still be, yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm River Terrio. I'm a senior in high school. And this is how my creativity improved in this class. So, at first I was really interested in marine biology, but I changed my focus to art because I've done it all my life. My essential question was to see how my creativity would improve the more I paint. And my goal was to make a portfolio for college and to paint 3 to 4 paintings and complete 10 illustrations. That did not happen. How my essential question has gone. I truly think my creativity has improved. It's usually quite a struggle to put a creative idea on paper and have it look how I want. How my goal has improved myself. I've only done one painting, which I actually made for my project, and sadly, I only have 5 or more finished illustrations on my iPad. I wish I did more, but didn't have time. This is Todd. He works in Portland at the Merchant Cove right by the museum. When I first had my interview with him, I was going to do a self-portrait for the Scholastic Art Competition, but he said instead I could do something that it doesn't have to be myself, but it could be something that I relate to me, whether that be an animal or I could make myself look like a cartoon. And that really changed my idea and helped improve my painting over the course, because that like gave me a whole new idea. This is the comparison, the before, the idea, and then the after idea after having my interview with him. And that was like a day after, I'm pretty sure. Like I instantly got an idea. And this is the progress I had to go through. So I originally did my sketch on my iPad, and then I put it on paper, and then slowly but surely I got the finished result. And then the biggest challenge I had was with the painting was the deadline that was upcoming. And I'm not the best with that, and I'm not very well at planning out paintings because I usually just go head in first. And I literally finished the painting with like 2 or 3 days left to submit it. So thankfully I was able to submit it in time. And that's my entry. Oh. My reflection on this experience. This process was a struggle at the start. Originally, I was too overwhelmed with the class, but eventually, one of my teachers was like, just go one more day, see how it is, and I loved it, and I stuck through. And I'm planning on going to college for art, and I might do something else too, not sure yet. Yes.
Do you have like a specific style of painting?
Not really. I was like really scared to do a self-portrait because I've never done like realistic things ever. So that's definitely something I stay away from. And like I'll do anything else except realism because that's a struggle.
Well, you're really good. So.
Oh, thank you. Any other questions?
River, please. Sorry, go. You go.
On the slide that you showed, like the illustration and
Yeah.
then like the process
Mhm.
of it. So did you actually drew out that illustration on your iPad?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. I was very proud of it. Okay.
Will you show us that one more time? The one of your original self-portrait and then the one. Yeah.
So
That's
cool.
so
Will you explain a little bit about like the evolution? Like what is the one on the left and what's the one on the right?
The first one, it was kind of like how I was like overwhelmed with everything going on, but it was like so embarrassing to take a picture for a reference because I was like walking around my room and I was like, where am I gonna put my phone? So I literally had to set my phone up on the TV and make sure it didn't fall and break anything. And then the sketch for the next one, my mom was like, oh yeah, you should totally do an animal because you have like a lot of personalities. That's exactly what she said. She was like, you have like split personality disorder, so you need to do multiple different animals. And I was like, I've always loved deer. I grew up with my dad deer hunting, and I was like, oh, that's always been like a really big part of me. And my mom always jokes that I'm like as sly as a fox because I always have witty comebacks. And then for the bear, I've literally grown up with the nickname Bear as a child. Like they would always be like, hey Bear, come here. So I wanted to incorporate a bear because that's always been my nickname.
Love it.
Yes.
Not a question, it's a comment, but I think a lot of us might be feeling it. I love these two pieces in conversation, like with each other.
Yeah.
I feel like it's two really different facets of a person, and it's
Yes.
really cool together. So.
And yeah.
Do you enjoy like a physical medium or a digital medium?
I've been really liking digital mediums a lot more because I've recently just gotten like allowed by the school for a certain app, Procreate, and I like just got into learning how to do it because I never learned before, and that's my first like actual media on like digital, and I've absolutely loved it. But I have a feeling I'm always gonna love painting because it's just so much fun, even though it's like stressful, so much stress involved in that. But it's just more hands-on and it's always so fun. Anything else?
Do you think in the future you'll ever want to like sell your art?
Yes, I have a plan in the future to make a small business and sell like stickers and keychains and like prints of my art. And Todd even suggested that if I have a print that I really like or an idea, that I can give it to him and he will actually produce and sell them at his shop.
Oh, saying thank you, sorry.
Yeah, sit back down. Thank you so much, Miss Carlisle. You helped me so much along the way, and I couldn't be happier with this class. You have been the best teacher ever. Thank you so much to everyone who has helped me along the way, especially my mom, and my teachers. They're all the best. So, that's it.
Mustafa, yay!
Hello, I am Mustafa, senior, it says right there. It's my portfolio for being a marketing intern or something. I don't even know what you call it. Marketing ELO, Miss Carlisle. Okay. So what inspired me to pursue an ELO? I want to study in college. I mean, this doesn't really even say why I got inspired. I was working at my job at Hannaford, and there was this guy, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm super cool," and I was like, "You're super cool. What do you study in college?" And he was like, "Marketing." And I'm like, "Oh really? What's that like? What can you do in there?" And he was like, "Anything." And I was like, "Okay, I'm hooked." And then yeah, so I like marketing ever since. But yeah, my essential question is just, I don't even know how to go on about explaining this, just straightforward. How do you make an effective advertisement? My academic goal, just to graduate, get all my credits for my classes, get out of here, go to college, go to SMCC, then hopefully transfer to USM. And yeah, basically, I just hope for marketing, if they have it, or just business. I have a straight background. Okay. So why did I choose to make a marketing portfolio? I chose to make a marketing portfolio to showcase like everything I've made along the way. Like the poster, I don't know if you've seen that outside. It's still it's called the left of the main office or whatever, or the clinic. And then this showcases the final design. And then my little planning, whatever you call this, I don't even know what this big piece of paper is called. But yeah, this was a plan. As you can see, I ditched the lever and the ladder idea. And yeah, I did everything amazing. These are some of the social media posts, things. This one's of Dom over there in the back. And then this one is of Anna. I think her picture was in her slideshow.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have done it without Stephanie, so she was super nice. Had a meeting with her, and we were able to make it happen. It was awesome. Challenges I faced during my ELO was really just like getting the motivation, like, why am I doing this? Why am I going to class and
just making things, making social media posts, making a big poster board, planning it out, making assignments, turning them in. And honestly, it's hard to explain. I think it's really just what motivated me was, Miss Carlisle's like iron will, and her just like, you need to get this done, but in a friendly way. Like, love you, Mustafa, but you have to do this. And I was like, you know what? I see her passion. Like, she really has good intention for me. And then everybody around me, they're like, you're gonna get somewhere in life. You just need to stick to it, focus. And now I have reached the end of the second quarter, so hopefully I get to do more in the second semester. I did also meet with the South Portland communications officer, so that was really cool. Her job is like marketing, but for the city. I had a meeting with her. She was so cool, so nice, and she really just told me what it was like to do it as a job and to get the right message out to people and just express things in the correct way, market in the right way. And she taught me one of the best abilities you can have is to understand people. Like, if you look at a short guy and say, oh, he likes to get called short by everybody, then, I mean, you don't understand him. Obviously not. So you gotta understand that he's not gonna enjoy being called short. And, oh yeah, I do have a video. Waste some time here. Oh, group leader from the board, or does it just have to be the computer thing?
No, you can, if you click on the right corner, it will do full screen, but why don't you explain what the video is?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is just, I made this for the ELO. It's to promote, like, to make people take the class. I don't even know if I went over, like, why I took the class. I had Miss Carlisle as a JMG teacher, I think in my junior year, and she was so nice. She helped me get over my social anxiety and get my first job. And like the first person I went to after school came back was straight to Miss Carlisle's room. I didn't even have a class with her. I just went to her room, gave her a hug. I was like, I missed you. And then I got ELO on my schedule, so now I'm here. Okay. Oh yeah, and then this is just like, this was played, I think, to freshmen and sophomores for.
Yeah, it'll be for like class
their
signups, so
home
they
base.
know it. Yeah.
Something. I'm not sure. But yeah, here it is.
Hi, I'm Justine Carlisle. I'm the Extended Learning Opportunity Coordinator here at South Portland High School. I work with students to help give them hands-on learning experiences outside of the traditional classroom. But let's not just hear from me, let's hear from some of my students.
Hey, my name is Dominic James of the Lex. My ELO is in construction. I'm currently job shadowing with grade 4s, and my work site is at Hadlock Field.
Hi, my name is Alyssa. I'm a junior. My ELO is working with cars, and I'm currently interning at Moody's Auto Collision and Auto Workshop.
I'm Armani.
I'm Emily. I'm Des. I'm Shiana.
And we're all seniors, part of Maine Health, doing an ELO, learning about different careers in health sciences.
Another fun course I'm teaching is SMCC First Year Seminar. Students explore a career in either healthcare or hospitality and culinary arts. Every other week, we visit the SMCC campus and students meet with faculty and participate in hands-on learning activities. This is a great course to explore a career, learn more about college, and earn college credit.
I'm Hannah. I'm a senior. And wait, so don't just take it from me.
One more slide. Yeah, it's the conclusion. So yeah, I just learned a lot with marketing. I got better with editing, thanks to Miss York. Super awesome. She helped me edit that video, and yeah, I've gone a long way. I think I was super anxious to even come up here and show this to you all, but now I'm feeling awesome and great about it. So yeah, and there was supposed to be like a picture I had with Sarah D, the communications officer for the city, but I kind of lost it, so just put a pretty picture of that lake there. And yeah, I forgot a question slide, so anyone have questions at all?
Okay.
Okay, so can you introduce Stephanie? Because I feel we skipped over that part, like with your social
Okay.
media posts. So
Okay,
maybe explain
Stephanie
that.
is the school's social media manager. She is super awesome, super kind. If you have anything that relates to whatever social media, she is going to welcome you open arms, like, come on in, you're awesome, you're amazing. I love human beings. At least that's how she was with me. Maybe I'm just special, maybe I'm awesome. Yeah, so that's her, I think. Is that good enough for you? Okay. I might even feel left out. Oh yeah, Miss York, I also skipped over her a little bit. She's, don't say no. She helped a lot. You were also really, Miss York was super helpful. She also helped me with that video, like I said, and she's just overall supportive, great teacher. If any of you want a class, you need one with her name on it. Definitely. Thanks. Any more questions? Okay. Awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. I enjoyed that a lot. So thank you all for coming. And this, I just put this up just to kind of show, this is just in this class, all the community partners that have jumped in to help all these students, which is pretty amazing. So it wouldn't be possible if we didn't have people in the community that were willing to step up and spend time with students. And as you can see, it's worth it. It's so much fun. It's been amazing working with them.
My main goal for this was to learn how to prepare best for the job and like learn what happens on calls, like the most common calls. And for my project, I took like a call log, so every call that I went on, I kept track of it, and then also like memorized where everything is on the truck that I was riding, and just so that I was like prepared for it, and then took the test. My overall like experience was really good. I was there for 74 hours over the first semester of school and learned how to pump water off the trucks, learned how to pull hoses and ladders and everything like that, like without doing any like interior work, because I'm not old enough for that yet. My favorite part was definitely going on calls, like especially the fire calls. I had I think 6 fire alarms, so like no, and then 1 trash fire. But the medic calls were like, you know, they were cool. They were just average calls. And then also meeting everybody that was there and like getting to know the people that I was working with for years. Everybody there was super supportive and like really wanted to show me everything they've learned working there over the years, and it was just like a good experience overall. Everybody wanted to like chip in with everything that they're teaching me, so it was cool. And I believe that this job aligns very well with my values because I've always wanted to like help people in my career. And since freshman year of high school, I've been very into like physical fitness, like the gym and stuff like that. And this kind of combines both of them together. And then the guy that helped me most was a firefighter named Brooks, who Miss Carlisle was like friends with, and so he, I like kind of stuck with him the whole time. And he's an engineer, so he drives the trucks and pumps water at fires. So I learned like that side of it more than anything else. After doing the ELO, I'm part of the call company in South Florida. And also like volunteer department who goes on like big fire calls, like any structure fires or house fires. And I'm planning to take the Fire 1 and 2 classes next year and do the live-in program, which is like living at a fire station.
I think those are my notes. Go back 2 more slides and then ask if questions. Yeah.
Any questions? Yeah.
I have a question and then more maybe a comment. Did you say when you said you were like learning all the parts of the truck and memorizing them, did you say something that you took a test?
Well, I have to, the Fire 1 and 2 Academy.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you took one. I was curious what it was.
Yeah.
And then my other thought was maybe you could share with these folks that you've been doing one day out of school doing this and you have a phone and that whole piece of it?
Yeah, so I come to school on red days for the whole day, and then white days I'm not here. And on Thursdays and Fridays I go to the fire station and just do like ride-alongs, basically, where I just take up the 4th seat on the truck, and I've gotten to the point where I can like pull ladders for them and hoses and do like take baseline medic stats like O2s and temperatures and stuff. Because like they've started to trust me a little bit more with that. So yeah, that's
It's not really a question, but so this must feel really exciting.
yeah.
It's exciting.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
For sure. Like it's cool to be the first time I ever went on a call. Like the feeling of the sirens and lights going off while you're in the truck it's so much louder than you think. It's pretty for sure.
Donovan, you kind of went over your project really quickly, but will you talk a little bit more about what you did for your project part of it?
So I took like call log for every call that I went on. I like wrote down a description of it, and then the other part was I drew the truck and like labeled all the compartments of it. So like everything that's like irons and tools, like saws, everything that was in the truck.
Is that in my classroom? I'm so mad I didn't bring it down.
What's the most common call that they get at the fire department?
Falls. So like people who, like a lot of elderly people that fall.
And they call the fire department?
Yeah, so the EMS team, it's usually an ambulance and then an engine, which is a smaller truck. Yeah. It's like for physical supports, like if they need help lifting somebody. So that's what I was doing most of it, like helping lift patients over. Because if somebody's like, not overweight, but like weighs a lot, it's hard for 2 people to get them out.
Interesting. Was there a scary call that you went on, or something that was like made you really nervous?
I mean, probably the most frightening one was just because it was kids, but there was 2 kids trapped in the elevator at the middle school a couple months ago. So that was just, I mean, like nothing was gonna happen, but it's just like getting them out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I got to pull one of the kids out. So that's the coolest one probably.
That's awesome.
Any other questions? No. Nice job, Donovan. So they love him at the fire department, I can tell you that. He's the ideal ELO student for them. Jamar, do you want to go next, or would you like to wait?
I mean, is there anybody else?
We have 2 more people, so you can take more time, or sometimes people like to just get it done with.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. So, do I want to change this? Just have that button here. Do you need more iPad for notes?
Think of
You're good? Okay.
All right. So I'm Mark Grant, and I'm in 10th grade, and also I want to be an accountant. So, let's start. So basically, when being an accountant, you're handling other people's money. So you need to basically more or less, what's the right word for it? Yeah, you need to, I think I might need my notes.
That's okay. Go ahead. Take your time. We got time.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right. So basically, you will need to give accurate numbers for income and expenses. And my goal is basically to more or less learn about banking and accounting.
That's let's ignore that.
Okay. Now, what inspired me to do an ELO is to basically get more experience for learning how to, well, do my job in the future that I want to have. And my main project for this is to create a family income and expenses, well, for my family. Now, as you can see, sorry. Now, basically, as you can see here, this is my family's income and expenses. Now, right here is what my mom gets. This is my mom's restaurant's profits, and this is her salary, my stepfather's salary. Now, for the expenses, there's a lot. Now, after I interviewed with Ms. Brighams, I felt more prepared for going into this field. Now, I had mixed feelings about, my values and skills being aligned with this work, this job that I really want. But next year, when I'm in my third year in high school, I would like to take a financial class and learn everything I need to know to improve my skills. With my values of being able to live comfortably, I believe that this will allow me to do so. Now, when I went to the bank the other day, I was supposed to meet with Suzanne from MT Bank. And I learned a lot of banking and, well, actually no. And when I went to the bank, she wasn't there. But sadly, goodly, sorry, I learned a lot about not just banking, but how to make an account and, well, the day-to-day of someone at a bank does, more or less. Now, I learned this all from Mr. Edmond. He told me that the most important thing to do, or the most important thing to be able to handle, are large responsibilities and making connections in this line of work. Now, the conclusion of this is that nothing really of my goals have changed since, well, starting, but there is something that was added. I now know that I need to be certified to become an accountant. And I'd also like to thank everybody who's helped me do so. Now, any questions?
What did you learn from doing your budget? Was there any recommendations you could give to your family?
I more or less learned that. Wait, could you repeat your question? Sorry.
What did you learn from doing your budget for your family?
I learned that, well, I feel like we would need to cut down on some of the things that we spend our money for.
Great.
Anyone else?
Mark, can you talk, when you went to the interview at the bank, you had asked about how much free time they have, because you said that was important to you to have a job where you could have free time, and do you remember what he said to you?
Yes, that once you get home, you have all the free time in the world, basically, because you can't really bring confidential stuff home.
Exactly, yeah.
It's other people's stuff. So, any other questions? No? All right, then that's it.
Big time.
Do I?
I'll take care of it, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, I think we have homage next.
My name is Ahmed Mohammed, and I'm a junior. My central question was, how can we encourage youth to be interested in architecture and understand its historical significance? So for my project, I made like buildings from like all over the world. And like what inspired this question is because I want to become an architect, and I also like history, so I mixed the two together and came up with this question. These are my drawings. I'll pass them around. And for the drawings, I picked like 6 continents and like 1 country within those continents. So for North America, I did Mexico. For South America, I did Argentina. And you can see like on the back is the names of the buildings. And I also built a 3D model for my favorite drawing right over here. Usually I make 3D models out of clay, but I decided to do wood to make it more of a challenge. So I'll pass this around too. I did an informational interview with Benjamin Winchell from ACE. ACE stands for Architecture, Construction, and Engineering. Like anyone like interested in those fields can go in there and just learn more about it. There's an ACE mentor here, Dale. Some key takeaway from the interview was you got to stay calm pretty much, because there's like hard deadlines for architects. Reflection. The challenge was definitely the model. Never built it out of wood. Enjoyed doing the drawings, especially the one from Argentina. I'd like to thank Ben and my ACE mentors and Ms. Carlisle for allowing this opportunity. Any questions?
Mike, can you go back to all your pictures again? Because I feel like go the opposite direction. Here, I'll show you. Do you mind telling us like the names if you remember them and why you picked them?
I picked them because like these are the places I could go to if I visit these continents and countries. I kind of forgot the names for most of them.
That's all right. So maybe like the country, do you remember that?
Yeah. Mexico, Argentina, Japan, and South Africa. For Europe, I did Germany, and then Australia. I just did Australia for Australia.
You might have already said this, but I was looking at your things you're passing around. What do you plan to do after high school? What are your thoughts after doing this?
Become an architect, pretty much.
Do you have plans yet? Like, are you planning to study at SMCC? And
At Wentworth College.
Okay, awesome.
And also, I've made like copies of the drawings, so I'll be posting them around the school. Any other questions?
How long does it take for you to do one of these?
Usually about 2 hours for every drawing.
Wow.
You mentioned that the one from Argentina was your favorite. Why?
That was the coolest design out of all of them. And for building the 3D model, just actually, if you have to see the actual building itself, you'll just be surprised by how big it is, pretty much. That's my presentation.
So Ahmed also does portraits and you can commission them. He's been known to do some teachers. but I have commissioned my dog, and I'm
Oh,
waiting till,
nice.
I guess they don't come in until the springtime, right, Ahmed?
Yep.
That's when.
Cool.
Wait, so this is the one from Argentina, then? That one is.
Yeah.
All right, and then you're ready.
I want the deep parts.
Do you want to talk about it? And you can say what your plans are. What do you want to do then?
Place escape for now. I'm a senior, sorry. So I've been internshiping at the soccer unit in savings bank for now 2 years. So I've always been interested in banks and like financial. So that's what I plan on doing after high school. Mostly focus on credit. My academic goal is to earn all my credit. So I want to graduate high school, personal career, steady income because I've been traveling around the world. I've been doing that for a couple of years now. We're on project right now. Wanda, he was basically my mentor and showed me like step by step on how like accounts work, and like whenever a client or customer comes in, she'd show me steps and how to withdraw money or like bank terms, explain all the bank terms. Skills that are important for banking. Set good relationships with coworkers and clients. Professionalism, a good work ethic, and getting all the work done on time, not slacking. What I liked about the bank, or this specific bank, was they're pretty chill. It's not too busy. It's a clean environment and it's pretty chill. I like meeting the new customers and clients that would come in. And I felt like I was part of like team that kind of work there. And they had like younger employees, so I like that. Because I'd be alone and kind of more. Functions, learning new bank terms was pretty hard and like understanding it. It started to feel more like a job because I used to go 3 times a week. One of the people here is Carla in Samerson. She's not here. Any questions?
I have questions if no one else. Go for it.
Yeah. What part of banking do you like most? Like she would taught you the terms and things like that, and there's like the loans and just banking. What do you like the most?
I think talking to clients, or like helping them out, like setting them up with it. But because like tellers, I think they're pretty important because you walk in and speak to somebody right away. So any questions?
Well, I'm hoping you'll share, we talked about this the other day, we were talking about work values and what was important to you, and you gave like a really clear example of like being in the bank and talking about like teamwork. Do you mind sharing that, like what you remember in the bank and how that was important to you?
Well, so there's like different parts to banks. There's tellers, accountant, and then there's personal advisors or like a loan officer, and they all like go together. And communicating is like daily their communication. That's all I have.
Nice job. So thanks for coming. We kind of flew through a little bit more quickly today without Juliet to here this afternoon. But tomorrow we have a whole other group, 4th block, if you can come. There's, I think, 10 students then, so it'll be the speed presentations. But I appreciate you all taking the time to come and support these students. They've been a lot of fun to work with. And I still have Donovan next semester that I get to spend some time with, which will be nice. But yeah, thanks for supporting us. Oh, I want to show one last slide, just to thank. These are all of the community partners just for this small group of students that have stepped up to help and support our students. So thank you to them as well.
Nice job, everyone.